Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak, where we are currently investigating where Almata might be hiding together with Aaron here. Once pickup truck is parked here. Yeah, we can't leave, of course. Well, it's been fun, but I must be off now. I think I'll hop on tonight's ship and head for the Central East. Asaim sounds like a lovely place to start. Perhaps after that I challenge myself for a trek to the Northern Valors. Both are a tad unstable, so they're not popular tourist destinations, meaning they're likely chock full of discoveries to be made. Good journey, and don't get hurt on the way. Phew, I'm relieved to see my husband's finally motivated. Guess my scolding did a trick. By the way, I heard that Heyu is on the move. Let's hope we get to the bottom of this. In the meantime, my husband and I are going to do our best to live up to Heyu's expectations and ensure this business continues.
Hey!
What? There was another incident? Oh my. The president said he's going to wrap up the inspection early, so I guess this trip's drawing to a close. Wait, how on earth am I gonna pack all my theater merch? I may have bought one too many things. After last night, I realized I gotta protect what's precious to me, and that's the store. The Eastern Quarter's been through some tough times, but my predecessors always pulled through and kept the store up and running. They passed the torch to me, so I'm gonna make damn sure I carry it to the end. I'll make sure this place never closes down. Alright. As I understand, there was an incident out here while I was at the inn. I might have underestimated yesterday's phenomenon. Perhaps I should get back home. It's not like I can do much else here anyway, other than, well, spend money. I've fallen in love with Eastern culture all over again. I'm definitely going to come back, and I'll probably bring a friend with me too. The performers went all out for this morning's show. They poured their hearts and souls into it. Could feel their impassioned spirits, as well as their desire to share their radiant energy with everyone in the Eastern Quarter. We, the audience, and they, the performers, truly became one, and that's a sensation you can only get in the theater. Aaron? Thank goodness you're okay. We've been worried sick about you. Well, you can quit your worrying. As you can see, I'm fine. So, were things okay here yesterday? Yes, everyone was in the theater last night, so our staff are all unharmed. Good to hear. Have a long face then. Well, I'm saddened by Sei and Huang's passing, naturally. I knew him well. Those two came to watch our performances with their friends many times. They even helped out here from time to time. Damn. And now they're just gone. We'll never see any of our shows again. Wanted to honor their memory, so we're adding a section to the end of our performance tonight. All of the performers will join in prayer and offer flowers towards the sky. We're in the middle of putting things together as we speak. That's a great idea. Yeah, sounds good to me too. Thank you, it's the least we could do for them. Unfortunately, there's one small problem. You see, there's a particular flower I want to use. It carries a symbolic meaning that's perfect for the occasion. But I haven't been able to find it at the marketplace. Have you considered importing it? I thought about it, but I wouldn't have time to do so before the end of the day. I'd like to do this during today's performance if possible. And I really want to do it with a specific flower I had in mind. Okay, so what's it called? The Spring Lily. Wait, that sounds familiar. What a coincidence, we happened to pick some up earlier. Really? You have spring lilies with you? Well, isn't that convenient? Here you go. Delivered spring lilies to Manager Haven. My word, these are indeed the genuine article. Thank you so much, everyone. But I can't just take them for free. Here, have these. Purified spice. Hey, we didn't do this for a reward, but we'll take it anyway. I would have loved for you to join us in tonight's show, Aaron. But I realize now is not the time for that. I promise you that we will pour our hearts and souls into this performance. For Sei and Huang. Right, take good care of them, alright? Of course. I'm happy for Aaron. Me too. Hopefully this will help take some of the weight off his shoulders. The members of the theater are in mourning after last night's incident. Excuse me, Aaron? About your friends, I'm, Still freezing up, huh? Well, I know what you're trying to say, thanks. And don't worry about me, alright? I'm gonna be gone for a bit, but I'll be back. That's a promise. Although, I don't know if I'll be able to take the stage the same way I used to. Aaron, I believe in you. I finally managed to get the words out. That's one less thing for me to worry about. All the young members of the troupe were able to give it their all earlier. Even in the midst of a tragedy, we still have to entertain our audience and to give them a reprieve from the harshness of reality. That's why I'm so proud of everyone here. If you're worried about us, Aaron, don't be. Just come back to us safely, alright? People were raving about my sword dance. Just tried following my instincts this time and I ended up performing better than usual. I'm finally ready to challenge you, Aaron, so don't go and get yourself hurt out there. Alright, tough guy. You're on. Till then, keep practicing. You need to, if you want to beat me.
Tasty. My noodles are the...
Aaron, I'm so sorry about saying wrong. They were some of the nicest guys I knew. They enjoyed my noodles so much. I know they did, and don't worry, I'll make damn sure they are avenged. Gotcha. In that case, I whip up the best noodles you ever eat and cheer you on. Go get them, Aaron. Teach those assholes a lesson.
Hey, friend.
I still got my sights set on those gullible Imperials, but with Heyu and Edge, I probably ought to pump the brakes. Might be better off setting up shop in the Empire or Crossbell at this rate. Maybe I'll lean on my connection in the capital a little.
Alrighty. Kids are always so full of energy.
I'm getting goosebumps again. It's just like yesterday. I talked to Power about it, but she didn't know what was going on either. I don't know what to do. What would the fortune teller lady say? My daughter told me she got goosebumps before the mist came out. I also noticed Power's been lending an ear to my daughter for a little while now. Power seems especially on edge this morning, a rarity for her. Something strange is going on, I just know it.
Now what's it say?
We have everything.
What is that?
Why, I recommend everything.
I heard there was an incident at the port. That's not good. Back-to-back crisis will lead to a drop in tourists. That would be devastating for merchants like me. We get most of our sales from them. Where are you guys off to in such a hurry? Oh, you're leaving, aren't you? To fight for the city and for the people who are gone now. You better come back to us. There's still so many things I need you to teach me, Aaron. Ha, who well do you think I am? I'm not gonna kick the bucket, so don't worry. I'll be back in a jiff. Once the bad men and women are toast, you and I can do some training. Okay, I hold you to that. You do remember the 2 weeks of rest you will need after this? Last night an older customer told me a little known fact, and I think I should share it with you. Everything that's transpired in the last 2 days has been eerily similar to the commotion in the Eastern Quarter 40 years ago. Apparently Harry is going to handle it, but I don't know how. It's also confusing.
Look as long as you'd like. Thank you. Is everything all right?
I couldn't find any info about the mist, but I did learn an interesting tidbit about something unrelated. Apparently Harry did some covered antiquities trading recently, utilizing a trade route they don't normally use. I don't want to stick my head into their business any further, but it's eyebrow raising for sure, especially after the Harbor District incident. So Almata wasn't the only one looking into antiques. What the hell is Heyu up to? Thanks for the tip, Jigen. Might be best to steer clear of this whole affair from here, though. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm not about to go poking the bear. I love taking risks, but not when my neck is on the line.
It's so dangerous, these things.
Oh, good stuff right here.
I just finished making a delivery to Dr. Lonkai's place. And now to focus on my usual business, is what I'd like to say, but I find myself distracted with worry over the mist from yesterday. It's clouded my thoughts. At the on-site inspection, Detective Dart and I saw a trace of the murder weapons. We managed to get Heyo to open up about the autopsies of the victims, and we hit the bullseye. Turns out the weapons used by Almata's ringleaders are even more dangerous than we imagined. They were acquired via a special route. Detective Dart's hunch was right on the money. I assume you're looking into last night's incident? Damn right I am. I'm not waiting for Heyo's slow ass to move. I'm gonna go out there and settle this whether you guys act or not. I thought as much. Well, I haven't received any orders to stop you, so I won't stand in your way. However, I will issue a warning. Heyo never stays its hand without reason. If they aren't making any moves, it's because the elders already have a play in mind. Thanks for the heads up, but I don't give a shit about what you're up to. It's got nothing to do with my plan to avenge my bros. Understood. I respect your resolve. Then do what you must, Aaron. Why would the elders not want to act? We should get to the bottom of this.
On my way. Now, what's it say?
Nothing here.
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie.
Apparently something happened over by the harbor earlier today. Why are things being so dangerous lately? I was thinking I could have some peace for once in my life. The world keeps spinning and I'm stuck in this apartment store like a streetlight. Every day is the same old, same old. My life is utterly mundane. Just keeps repeating the beats over and over and over. Where did I go so wrong? Am I doomed to live a meaningless existence? Whoa, midlife crisis eating your heart here, right?
Thank you for visiting
I heard about the incident at the harbor. It's so awful. Just when I thought the racial terrorism was a thing of the past. I hope this all comes to an end soon. I want customers to feel safe when they're in our department stores.
Ah, welcome. I hope to see you again.
Please step on up.
After what happened in the harbor district, I'm worried that there will be negative effects on imports. The harbors where all the goods come in. These constant acts of terrorism are going to throw off all the ship schedules.
Welcome.
How's this all going to affect my business?
Thank you for visiting the calendar.
What do you have today? Thanks for coming.
We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Lockport has to offer.
Hello there.
Welcome. Thank you for visiting the calendar department store. We hope you enjoy your stay as you browse the finest goods Lockport has to offer.
Come again.
Welcome. Thank you for visiting the calendar.
Did you hear about what happened in the harbor district? I know that there was some kind of fight there, but I don't know any of the details. Why have there been so many incidents lately?
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
Alright.
You'll never believe what...
There's another incident in the harbor. Projects like mine are always so fragile when they're in their infancy. As constant delays can prove fatal. At this rate, the nutritional supplement project may be shelved before it ever gets off the ground. I can't believe we are hoodwinked by Almata. They had a dummy company in the harbor district all this time. Those always spell trouble for non-colonial group companies. But tenant issues alone are a headache. People in the finance and real estate sectors are going to be even more wary of Almata from here on. If they keep pulling stunts like this, it'll start having an adverse effect on the economy here. If you're looking for fun, you just missed him. He left with Ashen a few moments ago. I don't know where they're headed, unfortunately. It sounded urgent. Oh, Fundit asked me to deliver a message to you. He said, "Thank you for all your help." I heard something happened at the stores in the Harbor District. That place is on my route today. I'm starting to regret my career decision. Hopefully I won't be running face first into danger.
Well,
This is the Great Spire, huh?
The negotiations with Tron ended on a positive note, so I go home with my head held high. I'm sure we have many roadblocks ahead of us, though. There are a number of them in the world of trading. I've heard about the trade disruption in Messeldam and the growing mafia problem there. The world is a dangerous place. You all have to tread carefully. I heard something happened in the Harbor District. The police and the guild supposedly have their eyes on that place now. So far nothing out of the ordinary has transpired here in Newtown, but that may very well change. It's about time I headed home. This was a fun sightseeing trip. Last night really put a damper on it though. I wish I could help out somehow. I think I tried to find a place I can donate to when I get back. Hans and I are of a similar mind. He understands the gravity of the situation perfectly. We're steadily approaching an era of change in the world of trading. We have to be on top of it if we are to survive. Every one of the gangsters who was at the harbor has passed. This isn't how I wanted things to end. Although it's hard for me to imagine that that was all of the gangsters in Langport. The numbers just don't add up. I doubt Almata would hide any remaining grunts given how disposable they clearly are to them. But perhaps they found another way to use them?
You there! How's some pasta sound?
welcome.
Evidently there's some trouble at the harbor. I'm worried about everything that's been going on in the city, but it doesn't mean I'm going to pack my bags and leave. I'm going to keep working for Kuano as usual. I want to help him see his mission through. Just have to believe that the braces will keep us safe. I enjoyed taking the sights, but the highlight of the trip was the tail end of last night. Darren was there for me when I needed him most. I'm so happy I agreed to go on this trip with him. Next time I like to see a place that really feels like Calvert. The Revolution Festival is coming up at the end of this year. Maybe we could go to that? I feel like the two of us are even closer than ever. Going on this trip was the right move. We'll be heading home in a bit, but I definitely want to go on another trip with us soon. Congratulations. After living in Langport for many years, I've come to realize there's more conflict here than in Long Lie. However, this is the first time there have been so many incidents in a row. I'm concerned about where we're headed, but now's not the time to fret. I put my faith in the braces. My pasta is working its wonders. I had a slew of Easterners lining up at my stand today. Looks like they all want a change of pace. Now's the time for pasta to shine.
Hey there, what'll it be? See ya!
Thank you again for yesterday, Yao. You've grown up so much. Yeah, welcome, Mommy. Thanks for playing with me. I let you get some sleep. I'll need a nap. I think I'm okay. I'm wide awake. Are you sure you threw your pouch instead of a ball? I think you should hit the hay. What? But my pouch is right. Ah! Maybe I need some rest after all. Have a good nap. Oh, and here's a pouch back. I don't want Mommy to push herself too hard, so I'm gonna let her sleep. Otherwise she might conk out while we're heading home. Can't believe I threw my pouch instead of a ball. I guess I'm a little drowsy today after all. It's a good thing I have a son who always looks out for me. People my age will never forget that horrible incident that was years ago. I was just a bright-eyed youngster back then, but due to the reconstruction I was blessed with many opportunities for prosperity. In fact, I may have only been able to ride the wave to the top due to the turbulent tides of that era. I find it quite cool that they're all moving separately. None of them are quite alike. So showing that these students all have different skill levels. It would be very easy to just make them all move in sync or something like that, but they're not. Things are back to normal around here, so I'm not as depressed as I was this morning. Glad I didn't call in sick. Delbert thought even crossed the pastor guy's mind though. He has so much passion for his job, and I'm just here for my paycheck.
What'll you have today? Thanks for coming.
However,
Now, what's it say?
There's been even more murders? I can't believe it. I feel for the victims. If I find out that Heyu was involved in any capacity, I'm gonna bust down their door. Those murders would never have happened if Heyu was out of the picture. They attract criminals like flies to manure. It wasn't Heyu. I heard there was a mafia-related incident in the storehouse. Not that it matters to me. It's been a pretty big nuisance though. Hard to do much of anything with all these cops and bracers buzzing about. But all storms pass with time. The murders just keep happening. The antique sellers are all terrified and I'm right there with them. I'm not sure if the mafia is responsible for all of this, but if they are, I really hope someone clears them out. I heard about the murders at the storehouse. There was a similar terrorist attack in a harbor located in the northern part of the Republic. Seeing two of Calbert's harbor cities come under fire is definitely nerve-wracking. More and more trading companies are turning to that private military company for protection. I don't really blame them, but knowing who their primary investor is, I can't help but feel wary. Alright, who are we talking about?
Now, what's it say?
no rest for the weary.
Welcome. Thanks.
Wait, what? Some of the gangsters were killed? Why is it the first time I'm hearing of this? What the hell have I gotten myself into? Damn it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't exactly go crawling to Heyu for help. There's been more murders and they occurred here in the harbor? Goodness me. I suppose it's time for us to go into crisis management mode. These terrorist attacks don't appear to be slowing down. After what happened at the stores, I want to strengthen security even further. Thankfully, the people above me agree. They seem adamant about working with the police now. I'm surprised that you're already out and about. Shouldn't you be resting? Nah, I got myself a quick fix. It'll come back to bite me later, but I deal. So what's going on with you? You all wrap up your investigation? For the most part, we didn't get much out of it, unfortunately. Other gangsters? They didn't make it. That's 5 more lives claimed by Almata. Oh. Like Giacomo, they chose to step into the darkness, and they got swallowed up by it. That's just a natural consequence of following that path. No need for you two to feel responsible for what happened. Van... I know. I can't afford to dwell on the subject any more than I already have. There's something else that's been bothering me though. The numbers just don't add up. Yeah, I noticed that too. What are you two talking about? You must be referring to the total number of gangsters. No way last night's murder was done by only 5 random thugs. The stores is pretty big. Think some of them might have been hiding in there? Doubtful. We searched the place from top to bottom. It must have another hideout then. The guild and the police came to the same conclusion, but we have no idea where it might be. We're in the same boat then. Almata managed to fly under Hayu's all-seeing radar, so we don't know jack. It's almost like they vanished without a trace. I don't even know if most of Almata was actually here. We've only seen those 2 executives so far. If they really plan on going to war with Hayu, they're going to need much more manpower than what they're shown. A handful of part-time gangsters won't cut it. Regardless, the lack of activity is certainly a cause for concern. If a war on Hayu thing was just smoke and mirrors bullshit, then it would all make sense. Perhaps they intend to send them on a wild goose chase, ship away at their will to fight and come in for the kill. That sounds like something they'd do. If my theory is correct, then I don't think Langport will see any more large-scale attacks from them. Even if you're right, I still can't let things end like this. Those murdering bastards got the goddamn land and make sure they pay for it. Aaron. Well, we can't do anything unless we get more leads. I'm going to reach out to my contacts to see if they found anything. I'm not going to tell you to stay out of this, but try not to do anything crazy, okay? Well, guess we've hit a dead end. Elaine seems like she's at a loss as well. And she's no slouch when it comes to investigating. So if even she's having trouble tracking them down, then I'd wager they're hiding in some place that outsiders like us wouldn't think of. Guess it's all up to me then. You can count on me to carry the team. Good, cause this whole thing's riding on you now. Found you! Here we go again. I've been looking all over for you guys. You have? Why? What do you mean why? Because of what happened last night, of course. I heard you guys arrived at the scene super quick. I want a full lowdown and I'm not leaving until you give me all the juicy details. Who the hell is this chick? She's a reporter lady. Gotcha. Word of advice, little girl. You should stick your nose someplace else or you're gonna get wind up hard. Little girl? If you know I'm 21. Wait, are you seriously older than me? Damn girl, you're rocking a real baby face there. Anyway, it's my duty to find the truth and report it to the world. So I'm gonna stick to you like glue until I get a story I can print. I wasted all of yesterday pursuing a dead lead, so I've got to make up for lost time. Yeah, that was definitely on us. I'm also just curious on a personal level. That mist last night was so unsettling. Maybe it really did come from a ghost ship? Wait, what did you just say? I said the mist was unsettling. No, the part after that. Oh, I was wondering if the mist came from a ghost ship. Why would you assume that? When that mist showed up, I peered out of the ocean. I could just barely make out the silhouette of a ship. I couldn't find any other witnesses at the harbor. But I know what I saw, and it was totally a ghost ship. There's also a legend about it. The crew of every merchant vessel that crosses paths with a ghost ship in the mist will be slaughtered. That sounds scary. I know I'm right. I've just gotta be. There's one teensy little snack in my theory though. The ship was kinda small. It's a far cry from the giant hulking ghost ship I imagined. That's not the only snack. If it slaughters the crews of every ship it comes across, no one could have lived to tell the tale. So how did the story come about? Well, maybe a super amazing reporter found out about it somehow? There's another thing. I believe the mist mostly appeared on land, not the ocean. Are you sure you weren't just seeing things? I guess it was pretty dark that night. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me after all? Sorry to burst your bubble. We don't have much to share about the incident last night. Might be better off poking the cops over braces. Ah, fine, I'll let you off the hook this time. But if you happen to find any leads, please let me in on it. This is my time to shine. When the story lands on the front page, Dingo will have to take notice of me. Okay, that time you really did lie to her, Van. That's not right. If you ask me, I'm being nice. Even if I did spill beans, she wouldn't have been able to report on the info. It's also in her best interest to stay far away from the Mafia. I guess I can't argue with you there. Anyway, you look like you're having a light bulb moment, Aaron. Yep, my story helped me put the 2 and 2 together on something. Why don't keep us in suspense? Share! Fact of the matter is, there shouldn't be any ships out and about in Langport at night. I can count the number of times I've seen that on one hand. And if the people at the harbor didn't see it, then this definitely sounds fishy. Do you suspect the gangsters escaped Langport on a boat? If that's the case, it's no wonder you can't find them. They've had their eyes on land this whole time. Nah, I doubt they've fled. They have to be close by. Probably just waiting for this whole thing to blow over before they strike Langport again. But where would they set up shop? There's only one place I can think of. I think they've holed up on a remote island. Outsiders wouldn't know about it since it's off a map. The old fossils around here refuse to talk about it, but it comes up in rumors every now and then. It's an abandoned mining town called Hailong Shengzai. After I finished asking around, the group reconvened to consider their findings. You think you got it? Yeah, those buses got us good. Picking somewhere us folks in the Eastern Quarter are so used to seeing that we don't even think about it. Or more accurately, somewhere we are told not to think about because it's supposed to be cursed. Hailong Shengzai. A large-scale mining facility where droves of miners lived and worked until 40 years ago. Yeah, now it's deserted and all you hear about it are all sorts of creepy stories. People here grew up being told to stay the hell out because the place is haunted with ghosts and demons and shit. We learned that those rumors were first spread by the elders of Hayre. Not even the police or guild would go there because nobody lives there anymore. Makeshift bases don't get much better than that place. For someone who doesn't like sniffing around, you've got a hell of a nose. Nice work, kid. Heh.
Fancy running into you again.
It's a red something. What's with the shades?
I wear them to suppress my natural charm. Though, since you recognized me, it seems my star power is undeniable.
Who's this guy think he is? Wait, this dumbass was at last night's show. Hold the phone, is that Aaron? It totally is. Figures we bump into some fans eventually.
Come now, girls. You'll make me jealous if you stare too much.
Oh, we didn't mean to, Maxi Poo. We only have eyes for you. Well, I admit he's not too bad, but doesn't hold a candle to me, naturally. Wait, why do I feel like I've seen your face somewhere before? Gee, I wonder. He totally has no clue, does he? Imagine if he knew the girl he was catcalling at the theater was Aaron. No time for pondering. We're about to set off on a little adventure, you see? The darn reporter took up so much of my time yesterday that I got to make up for lost time tonight. That sounds rough. I know, why don't I treat you girls to a nice dinner when we get back? As for a man, well, I'm sure we can spare some schnibbles. Start your engines, lady. I've got to show you off my wide area of driving skills. Really? You're the best. Guy's got a boating license, I guess. Funny that we're kinda headed that way too. The two places aren't that close together though, so I doubt we run into them again. Right, I hope we don't have any trouble with the monsters. Nah, they'll have a guide. Let a blonde idiot do his thing. We've got to focus on Hailong Shengzai. This shit ends today. I'm counting on you, Van. Course. What about you two? We're coming too. I have a feeling my other goal might be there as well. Once we're ready, we should hurry to the dock. Ha, bah, you best be ready for anything, got it?
Tasty.
Kids are always so full of it.
What is that? Is everything all right? Really?
It's so dangerous,
We need to talk with a ferryman and see if he let us borrow a boat. I can handle that. You can now travel to Heilong Shenzai. We're holding off on reopening tours for a while longer. We'll be sailing right into the belly of a beast. Are we ready? Yes, I think so. 5:02 p.m. So who's driving? I'm happy to do it, but I don't want to hear any whine when I put the pedal to the metal. Sounds fun. I prefer if you were a little more careful. You've got a license, huh? If we bump in at top speed, then notice us for sure. Let me show you how it's done. Have it your way.
Mind if I tag along as well?
Elaine? Huh? You know where we're going?
Heilong Chunjai, Almata's base. And if we don't hurry, tomorrow's battlefield.
Nice sleuthing. I always hypothesized to the others of the guild. Since you all are here too, it would seem I'm on the right track. No hiding it now. You're sure Bracer should be taking this on, though? Figure hey, you wouldn't take kindly to that. Civilians died last night. Our code demands action. We can't allow any further bloodshed, be it innocent bystander or otherwise. Furthermore, you've chosen to bring ordinary people into this, so I'm going, and that's final. We appreciate the help. Hold on, Elaine. I know you've already made up your mind, but we've got to clear this with our client. What do you say, Chief?
Yesterday, I saw exactly how strong you really are firsthand. If you'd asked me this morning, I'd have told you to piss off. Now, I'm not about to bat away a helping hand.
You'll be a real help.
But let me make one thing clear. I'm not some little pup that needs protecting. I've got the weight of the whole city on my shoulders right now.
Huh.
I'm leading the charge here, so you'd better not look down on me, you old Fro who's much more skilled than me.
Perish the thought.
I didn't even see her lose her blade. So, aren't you and Elaine the same age? 24, I believe? Yeah, she's a bit more touchy about it than I am, though. There it is. This place is huge. Back in the day, thousands of miners lived here. Is something wrong? You still hurting? No, don't mind me. Fuck? It appeared just as quickly as it did last time. I knew it. And another reaction. Your purse glowed yesterday as well. So anyone wanna explain to the class why it's lighting up like a lantern? Sorry, but that's confidential. One thing's certain though. Almata's here, no doubt about it. And it's almost time for a good old-fashioned ass-kicking. Don't be too hasty, we don't know what awaits us. Heilong Shenzai. And another boat. Another boat. Do you think it belongs to Almata? It's near identical to ours. Wait a sec. Yeah, this definitely shows our boat. Don't tell me, did that freaking racer wander in here? Oh no. Were they headed to that island? When they're either lost or stupid enough to come on purpose. Either way, it's just got even worse. I don't fully follow, but I gather some civilians found their way here. And what's more, they're completely unaware of the danger within. Seems like it. I don't know exactly what's up, but let's keep our eyes on them. Right. I hope they're alright. Elaine has temporarily joined your party as a guest. So...
A lot of ruins in this place.
Yeah, it's kind of eerie.
Given how dilapidated this place has become, it's hard to imagine it as a once bustling mining hub. I see it's mostly composed of concrete. How old is this facility? About 80 years old, I think. As far as I understand it, this place was like a town, families and all. Are you sure you're alright? If you're hurting, you may be able to help. Don't sweat it, the dog's self will hold me over till we're done here. If anything, I'm more raring to go than ever. If you say so. A scream? Could have been one of those women that were with Maxime? It came from deeper in. Wait. What's wrong with them? I can't sense a breath of life from them at all. Man, it's just like... ghouls. The phenomenon Alvis described. Hold up. When did this turn into a horror flick? Fight first, talk later.
Time for you to focus.
Swap out teammates using LT and A.
Now's a great time for a shard boost. Focus unleashed.
Lohengrin, huh?
Try some of this.
Engaging skill.
Silvery. On yes.
Going all in.
Time Space Mirage.
Loading enemy stats.
We should go on the attack. Keep it up. It's working.
Count, Aaron. A chance.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Certain arts will work better.
This'll hurt.
Activating skill.
Ow.
Taking point. Focus unleashed. Engaging skill.
A chance. This'll hurt.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Show me what you got.
A chance.
Activating skill.
Too slow. Don't screw with me. Activating skill.
No.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Aaron learned Zhuangxing Huangguan. Dear Wusha. If this is a joke, I'm not laughing. This matches what I was told of the incident in Krail. Jaegers who were supposed to have died 2 weeks prior reappeared, when defeated, vanished completely. How much do you really know about what's going on here? All I can say is that this has got Almata's stench all over it. And judging by what they kept cooking last time, they're clearly up to some messed up shit here too. Alright, we leave it at that for now. We still have to confirm the safety of those who wandered into here. Let's get moving. Good, but I'd say I end the episode here and we start exploring the mining town next time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.